See, three important things we have to discuss regarding this touch command. Uh, that is timestamp. So, can anyone say what is meant by timestamp or timeline? We will be mentioning that timeline. That is in phone, Android phone. You will be getting your timeline of this month. So, what is meant by timeline or what is meant by timestamp? Can anyone say timestamp or timeline? uh, what we have done, that is today 2:50 we are taking class. This is one event. 2:55 some break is there. 3 o'clock people are joining again. That is timely event we are recording. That is recent activity what I have done on this particular data or particular document or particular class, anything. Timely activity, that what we are doing. Recent access, we can say is a recent access, a recent event or recent activity, anything. Here also, what is the timely activity or what is the recent activity I am doing on that particular file. So here the touch command will display you two things, two major functions touch will do. One major function is that is creating an empty file with any file formats. Second case, it will display the that timestamp of that particular file which is already existing. Know the point, which is already existing one. Is it okay now? For newly create a file means it will create the file. If I'm giving that name that is which is already existing, it will display that what is what recent activity, that timestamp it will display you. That is what here we are getting answer as. Is it okay now? Hmm? Or any doubt? Okay, see here, no, where it is not access time. Access time means, or we can say as a time, access time of a file. So three timestamps, three things we can do. We can find out three types of timestamp. One is access time. That is, we can say access time or we can say a time of a file. Okay, so what is mean by access time? Can anyone say accessing a file? We will use to say the particular word. Accessing a file, accessing a file. What is the access you are doing in that case? Accessing a file means what kind of access you will be doing? That is opening and reading a file. That is here accessing file or access time. Access time is nothing but reading a file, right? That is what I have done here. See, I have read a file called view s1, or yes, we can view a file or we can read a file, we can open, yes. Here I have accessed the file s1 by using cat command. That is first one. Second case, change time. That is, we can say as change time or we can say as see time. This is another type of timestamp. So change means what are the changes can we do here? I may rename a file, right? I may rename a file A to A1, or I may, what we can do? Here I am doing all the operations regarding that file. So I may rename a file or that is regarding content. That is regarding content. I am saying that file properties, rename a file, changing file permission, then moving one file to another file. This is what changing the file. So changing file, some examples I'm giving, that is changing file permission. We will see examples for all these things. Okay, we will see examples for access time. We will see example for change time. Another example for all the timestamp types. We will see examples separately. Then it is easy for you to understand. Okay, second one, changing time or C time. C time means modifying the file permission or renaming a file, or moving the file. These are something, okay, or renaming a file or moving the file. Next one, next the last time access, that is last timestamp is nothing but modification time. Modification time, or we can say as M time. These are the three types of timestamps available. One is access time or A time. Second one is change time or C time. Third one is modification time or M time. Okay. Modification means here what are the modifications we can do related to file content. I may change entire file content. I may change only last line alone. Or I may update the data. I may append the data. Or I may overwrite. That is what are the modifications here I am doing regarding the content of the file. The previous case is regarding the properties of the file. The first case is I am just opening or viewing the file. This was the difference between these three things: accessing, modifying, changing. Changing means I'm changing the property of the file. Modifying means changing the content of the file. Accessing means just accessing. Only I may either read access, I may just view it. Is it okay now? So modification, changing the content of the file. Changing the content of the file. May append or delete or edit, whatever may be. Okay. Is it okay now till this? Okay, now we will go for everything. Okay. Now we will discuss examples for all these timestamps. Okay, now by using a touch command, just now ls, I am giving ls. So many examples are there. So I'm giving touch command. So I am creating separate folder called touch. Okay, now I am creating separate folder called timestamp. Okay, now I'm creating separate folder called timestamp in my desktop. Okay, as of now nothing is there. See, as of now, Linux DS500, DS600. As of now, nothing is there. Okay. Now I am going to create some timestamp. I think so. For creating a timestamp, so timestamp means that event, that is at what time that particular event is occurred. By default, see here, what is the event here it happened? Here I have created one directory called timestamp. This is one of the event. No, am I right or not? So see, I'm going back. I'm giving ls minus li. See, now I have created one event is occurred. Where when it is occurred at 14:53 p.m. That is one folder is created with the name timestamp. Right? This is one event occurred. That with the timestamp is here. What is the timestamp I am following? I am following date. I am following at exact time. I am following. Right? This is a default timestamp. They are following here. Now I'm moving to that particular folder called timestamp. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create some files. For example, I'm going to create one file. Here no, by default here the timestamp how they are set is some date is there, some month is there, some time is there. We can also create or we can also specify our own timestamp. For that, what is the option they are using? No, minus d option. Okay, like other commands. Okay, like ls commands or like other commands. Here is ls also. Here we can use touch command with options. Like ls, we are using some options. No, the same case with touch also we can use some options. One of the options is like that. First option what we are using is minus t option. Why we are using this minus t option is minus t option is used to set specific time format. What I want, specific time format. Okay, I may want, suppose my need is only date is enough. Your need is date is there, month is there, exact hour, minutes, seconds, right? Based on the need, I am creating my time format. That is, I am creating my timestamp. For that, what is the option here you are using is minus d option. So, okay, now what are the time format we can use here? Suppose if I'm using, wait, it is not, one second, ma. Y, as you know, Y is here, it indicates, right? MM indicates your month. Indicates your indicates your month. Next one, your DD indicates your day. DD indicates your day. HH indicates your hour. Next one, indicates your minutes. Minutes. Next one, SS indicates your seconds. Or CC indicates your first two digits. First two digits of the year. Some format they are given here. Suppose what is the syntax or how we can create that timestamp here? That is syntax here I am writing. Where it is there? Syntax is timestamp. That is, what is the command here I am using? Touch is the command I am using. What is the option here I am using? Minus t is the option I am using. Timestamp. Here only you have to going to give your timestamp. Timestamp to which file I am going to give. That file name here. That's all. So touch minus t option that is used to set the timestamp. So what is the timestamp here I am setting? To which file I am setting? That is the file name here. Is it okay now? That is, one second ma. That is, we can say as CC. CC what I told? CC is nothing but first two digits of the year. Next one. Uh, wait, I will. CC. Next one is year. Year. Next one is month. Next one is date. Next one is hour. Next one is minute. Whatever I am giving in a square bracket, so that is optional. If you want, you can give. If you don't want, you no need to give. Okay, whatever things I am giving in square bracket, that is optional one. Is it okay? Here CC first two digits. Now I'm giving. What are the files I'm having? I am having nothing file is there inside the timestamp folder. So just I'm creating one file by using cat command. Why? Because to add some content. Okay, so here I am giving one file call. Already A is there, no? So I'm giving like this. My file name I'm giving a squad3.txt I'm giving. I'm What is the mistake I have done? Can anyone say? I didn't give the redirection symbol. So here one file has created. I'm typing some content here. So I'm saving an existing come of the file. Okay, this is what happened here. Now, see, now I have created one file. that is inside my folder called timestamp. My folder name is timestamp. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to check ls minus li. So ls minus li, see the time. The particular file is qwerty.txt. I have created as 3 p.m. Sharp 3 p.m. I have created. Now what I'm trying to do, now I'm trying to change the time. Timestamp I'm going to trying to change. So I'm giving the same touch command. I'm using the option minus t. What are the how I'm changing this? Here I'm changing like this. Suppose I'm changing this particular time, that is May 23 3 p.m. I'm changing to January 1, the same 2020 some year I'm changing. So 20, it is not type, 2022 I'm giving month, I'm giving year, that is date, month, I'm giving hours, seconds, everything is exact 12 p.m. 12, so I'm giving everything as 0000. If I want seconds, we can give. That is option. So I didn't give that square bracket. Is it okay now? That is 2022. Year. 10 is month. 10 is date. This double zero is hours. This double zero is minutes. I didn't give seconds. That is optional. If you want, you can give. Is it okay now? To which file I want to access this? Here my file name is that qwerty dot txt. This is my file name. It has done. No, now I'm checking whether it has been done or not. So I'm checking by using ls minus li or ls minus lt, anything. See the answer. It has been changed, right? Now is it able to understand now? Here I'm changing my entire time event. But actually it has happened at now only. Now I'm changing that entire event of the file. I'm showing this event has occurred on January 1. Actually, this event is occurred on now. So based on our need, we can change this. Okay. Another one question arises here. One second, ma. Here, okay. This is what, okay. Now, now what I'm trying to do, the same touch command I'm using. Okay. Touch minus. Here I have given the timestamp. Okay. Here I have given the timestamp by using numerical format, right? Here I have given the timestamp by using numerical format. You can give string format also. Wait, I will show you example for that also. That is timestamp. I have changed this access. Suppose now I am giving ls minus l, sorry, ls minus l something. Okay, here my file name is qwerty. Okay, now what I'm trying to do, one example here, I'm trying to change the property of this file. Here, what is the property I'm trying to change? Suppose if I'm changing the file permission, because file permission we have discussed, no? So I'm changing that file permission. What is the file permission I'm changing? Here, see the default file permission: read access, write access for user, read access, write access for group, read access for others. So I'm using by using change mode command. See the date. Okay, see the date. January 1 something. That is the entire date is January 1, 2022. This is the entire date. Now I want to change this. So I'm giving, that is user, I'm giving only read access, write access and executable access I am giving. Group users I am giving read access alone. For others I am giving only read access alone. For the file name qwerty.txt, it is done. Now I'm checking by using ls minus l. See, it has been changed. See, it has been changed, but still I didn't use any timestamp option. Is it okay now? Now what I have done, I have done only the I have changed only the what is what accessing the permission alone. Okay, now we will check. So now I am changing this. Here in this case, I am giving ls minus lu command I am giving. Here I have accessed the time. Here I have changed this. Okay, see here I am discussing. One second, one second. See, what I have done means I have created one file called quantity.txt. Okay, I'm trying to change the permission of that particular file. So I have changed that some permission. For user, I have given executable access. For group, I have given only read access. Some access I have done. So I have that is so I'm checking whether it has been done or by using ls minus l. Now what I want to find out means whether this thing, see the date, it is on showing Jan 1 only. Now I am using the command ls minus lc. This is what I have discussed, change time. That is change time or see time. Here what is the changes I have done? I have changed the file property. That is I have changed the permission, file permission. That is one of the file property has been modified here. So here I have changed that time. See time has been changed. So I am checking by using the command ls minus lc. So it is showing that original content which time I have been changed here. Is it okay now? Sir, start command, yes sir, we discuss, it will display the description about that particular file. uh, Now we have to check whether it is showing that modified time or original time. Now we will check, sir. See what one of your friends is asking. As we discussed in the previous session, the stat command, right? The stat command which is used to describe the entire description about that particular file. So what is the question arises means, ma'am, if I'm giving that stat command, whether it is showing you the original that is date and time access or this modified time access, we will check now. So I am checking that stat. I am checking here my file name qwerty dot txt. I want to display INO number also, so I am giving that also. Everything I'm giving. Stat quantity.txt. Hmm. See, what are the access? See the answer you are getting. File name quantity.txt, file size, how many blocks is there, input output block. It is kind of a regular file. Device, in which device the particular file is mounted, its INO number, its link, that is one hard link is there. Access time, that is access time, read access, write access, executable access for user, that is owner, read access for group users, write access for, sorry, read access for others, user ID 1000, username is nihilate, group ID is 1000, group name is nihilate. See here, access time, that is I have read the file on January 1. Is it okay now? See the modified time. Only the content, the changing time alone, that is file property here I have changed, that time alone it is showing. Is it okay now? What is the answer you are getting now? I think it is clear for all. See, it is showing the original time also. It is showing that access time. Here, access means I have just read that file, view the content. Now, is it clear now? See the modified time also. Because I didn't change any modification. Modification means changing the content of the file. I didn't change any content. So only it is showing the same January 1. What are the changes I have made here? I have changed the property of the file. What is the property here I have changed? I have changed the one of the property called file permission. So only it is showing that particular time. Now it is okay now? Is it okay for all right now? Huh? Is okay then? Any issues? Okay. Okay. Next one. Okay. Till now, what we have discussed is here we are discussing timestamp. Okay. Here I have changed timestamp by using numerical format. Right here itself, I have given directly at January 22, January 1, 2022. Here we can give a string format also. Touch that is timestamp. Yes, ma. Uh, ls minus l. One second. I will show. ls minus l. I am in timestamp folder only, na? Timestamp folder. Is it okay, na? Mm. What is the answer? Wait, will come. This is only we have discussed change time alone. Still, we didn't go for modification time. Still, we didn't. Is it okay now? What one of your friends is asking means, suppose what one of your friends asking, ma'am, suppose if I'm adding some content, then what is the time and timestamp it is showing? Am I right? Still, we didn't discuss that. We have three timestamp. One is access time, second one is modification time, third one is change time. Till now, I have discussed only change time. That too, I didn't complete. Now, is it okay now? See, another thing here I'm changing. Thank you, ma. Here I'm changing by using string format. Okay, string format. Changing by using string format. So here string format means tomorrow. We can give tomorrow. We can give yesterday, 5 days ago, 10 days ago. Like that we can give. Here we have given that exact date, January 1, 2022 or January 1, 2023 something. Here I am giving like this string format. So the syntax for this, the same case, syntax, sorry ma, syntax, same touch command. Here what is the option here we have to use? Here I'm using that string, that is string format, date string I'm using. So minus D option I want to use here. That is hyphen D. Okay, it may be anything. Here you are going to use that string format, any format. And for which file I'm going to add this? Here I'm going to use that particular file name here. See, one of your student is only calling now. So touch command. Okay, I'm having in my what in my timestamp folder I'm having only one file. That particular file name is quantity.txt. Okay, now suppose if I'm going to change the timestamp by using string format. So I'm giving touch minus D. Okay, string. What is a string I am giving? Suppose if I'm giving yesterday, that's all I'm giving. I'm giving the string as yesterday to which file? I'm having only one file. So I'm giving quantity.txt. That's all. Is it okay now? Now I'm checking. Now I'm checking by using ls minus li, or you can give ls minus lt, something you just check it. See, it has been changed. It has been changed to yesterday's date. Am I correct now? Because I have given yesterday. Okay. Here in previous case, in these cases, what we have done, here I have done that particular date exactly. Directly here I have given it that terminal itself. January 1, 2022, January 1, 2024, January 1, 2020, something, anything you give. Here I am giving that date format. Suppose if I am giving like this, the same case I am giving, the same example. Suppose I am giving like this. Okay. I am giving Friday. That's all I'm giving. So what it will take or how it will take now? It will take from today. What is the Friday? Today is actually Somama. That is today is actually Monday. So actual today's date is 23. From today it will calculate date. So for Friday, now I'm checking by using that. See the answer. Today is 23 now. 24, 25, 26, 27. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Show only it is showing a date as May 27. Is it okay now? Suppose if I'm giving I want next Friday. Mm. Change time. That is here we have discussed change time. That is C time we have discussed. So next time, suppose if I'm going for access time. So access time or we can say as A time. Right? This is what no. So access time. So access time means what is mean by access here? I'm just viewing that particular file or just I'm reading that particular file. Is it okay now? So here I'm reading that file, reading, reading a file, reading a file or just viewing anything is it may be. Okay, now what I'm going to do, touch, okay, minus A, I'm having, say I will check how many files I'm having, ls, I'm having one file that is quantity.txt I'm having. So I'm giving touch minus A, my file name quantity.txt I'm giving. Okay, now I'm checking with ls minus lu. That is, it shows the file's access time. See, it is showing the file access time as 1525. Because I have read that particular file now. So it is showing that recent access time. Is it okay now? That is lastly when I have changed that file or last or recently when I have accessed that particular file. So what is the command here I am using? ls minus lu. It is okay now. It is showing that A time. That is nothing but your access time of that particular file. Is it okay? Okay. Next, trying to do. Suppose I want to access that particular file. So access means just I can view that particular file, right? Here I want to view. Suppose to access. So you give touch command. Okay. Touch minus A. I'm accessing that particular file. 41.txt. Okay, now I have accessed that particular file. Now I'm going to check whether going to check my access time. Okay, so I'm checking by using ls minus lu. See, the particular file has been here. My access time of that particular file quantity that is 14 to 45 p.m. Is it okay now? Just I have accessed the file. I didn't change any property of the file or I didn't change any modifications. Here I am displaying I want only the access file. So only I have given the command ls minus lu. Okay now? Suppose ls where it is there. See, this is one. Suppose if I am giving like this. Suppose I am giving ls minus l. See the difference between ls minus l and see the difference between ls minus lu. See, now I'm highlighting the command ls minus l. See the answer what you are getting. May 10, 24, 11:30 a.m. Because what I want now what I have find out. Now I have find out the modification time when that particular file has been modified. To find that is to find out when my particular file has been modified, you have to give the command ls minus l. Now what I have done, just here in my case, in this case, see, just I have accessed that file. See here, just I have accessed the file. Touch by using touch command, by using minus a option, quantity1.txt. So here it is showing the access time as 2:45 p.m. But this is time here. This is showing the last modified file. The last modification time is nothing but here I have added or here I have deleted, here I have updated my file content. Now are you able to see the difference between access time and modification time? That is nothing but your m time and a time. Now see, now we will again modify. Let's see what's happening now. My file name is what, see, qwert1 uh, dot txt. This is my file, right? Now what I'm trying to do, I want to display the content of the file to show you. Now what I'm going to do means I'm going to find out the modification time. So here I'm going, modification is nothing but here I'm going to change the content of my file. So before that I'm displaying what are the contents that is available now. Then I'm going to change, then we will find the modification time. Okay, so as of now, these are some contents that is available in my file. Hen, pen, ben, bun, fun, gun, Linux, MySQL, MongoDB, something is there. Is it okay now? Now what I'm trying to do, I'm going to modify this content. Suppose if I'm doing like this, cat, I'm adding this exam, so this content I'm adding, NSQ of examination, May batch, some content I'm adding, DS600, DS500, online mode, some I have added some contents. Here what operation here I am doing is, see, here I am appending my file. So only here I have used this double redirection symbol by using the cat command, that too in the terminal. Is it okay now? So I have appended my file. That file name is quantity1.txt. So these are the content I have appended. So now I am going to save. To save we have to click Ctrl plus D. So the particular content has been saved and I came out of that particular file. Is it okay now? Now I'm going to check whether these contents have been updated in that particular file or not. So I'm giving that command cat, file name I'm giving as cat quantity1.txt. See, already some content is there. Hen, pen, ben. Along with that, this NSQ of examination, May batch DS600, has been updated. So now what I have done, I have made changes in my file content. Is it okay now? Now we will go and check. Now we will go and check the modification time. Is it okay now? So to check the modification time, uh, yes ma. So what is the command you will be using to check the modification time? You have to use ls minus l. So I am giving ls command along with the option minus l option I am giving. See the answer it is getting. I have modified that particular file at 14:47 p.m. Now the file size has been increased to 170. This is M time. Is it okay now? This is M time. Now I will check that access time. Okay, that is now what I'm going to do. Now I am going to check the access time. Okay, for that same particular file, quantity1.txt, to check the access time or aid time, what is the command you have to give? ls, sorry ma, ls command you have to use with the option ls minus lu. Now I will give that. ls minus lu. Okay. See, what is the answer it is showing? Are you able to feel the difference? Why it is showing 14.47, not 11:45 a.m.? Because that particular file has been modified recently. How I am modifying? By accessing. Just I didn't read here. I have changed the content of the file. Show only it is showing the answer as 1447. Is it okay now? ls minus lu and ls minus l. Are you able to understand, right? Okay. Now what I am trying to do, the same case. See, this quantity1.txt is a temporary file. Am I right? Why? Because it is showing in green color. See the permission of that particular file, read, write, executable access. Now I'm going to change that particular file. I'm going to change the file permission. Okay, now I'm going to change, or I'm going to change the property of the file, so that, see, now I have changed the file property. Okay, here that is change time. Here now we are going to find out the change time. So I'm going to give ls minus lc here. ls minus lc. See the answer what you are given. The particular file property has been changed at 1451. Is it okay now? Any doubt till this? All these three things, this change time or this modification time or this access time, by default it is showing. In this case only, if I want to change the time format, there we will be using the minus t option. Is it okay now? Minus a option access time, minus m option modification time, minus c option change time. These three times it is showing the exact what is the normal time. I want to change this time. I want to change this time for my specific format. There you will be using this minus t option. Is it okay now? Where you are using that minus t option. If I'm using minus t option, you have to give at what is the date, or you have to give some date string. Previous day, yesterday, Tuesday, Friday, something. Is it okay now? Why we are you going for this? Okay, I will go for this. Suppose I'm giving like this. Here now, till now we have discussed all these options, that is minus a option, that is modification time, access time, change time separately, right? Here we can combine also. So for that we have to use the same touch command, minus am or minus at or minus ac. Here I have used access time and modification time for that particular file. Suppose if I want modification time and change time, you have to give mc. Suppose if I want modification time and access time, whatever time you want, you can give in combined mode also and that particular file name. Till now we have discussed only this all these options separately. Now I am going for combined mode. Anything you can access. So I want to find out access time and modification time for that particular file qwerty1.txt. So I have given that command. Now I am going to check by using ls minus lu. See the option. and I'm going to give ls minus l. Is it okay now? What we are getting and how we are getting. Here I have used both options in the combined mode. We can use it separately also. If you want, you can use it in combined mode also. Is it okay now? Suppose if I want to change that timestamp, you have to use the option minus t. Minus t. Suppose if I'm using like this. Suppose if I'm giving like this. I'm giving modification time and I'm going to change. I'm going to change the modification time on my recovered specific format. So I'm using that modification time along with timestamp option. In previous case, what I have done means here in previous case also I have combined. What are the two options here? Here I have combined means here I have combined access time and modification time. In this case, before that I have we have discussed every option separately. Here in combined mode, now what I'm going to do? Here I'm going to change my modification time. I'm going to change my modification time. So I'm giving T option also because option T is used to change the timestamp. Which time I want to change here? I want to change modification time. So I have used the option minus M. If you want to change access time, you can give minus A. Suppose if you want to change time, you can give C option. Is it okay now? For example, here I'm giving like this and I'm giving some years I'm giving some date. Here I have given some date to which file I want to change. Is it okay now? Hmm. So now I'm checking whether this has been updated or not. So for modification time, what is the command we have to use? ls minus l. So I'm giving ls minus l. See, the particular file has been modified to the date September 23, 2014. Is it okay now? Why? Because see here I have used the option minus m option. That is I want to change modification time to my specific date and time. Is it okay now? So I have used the command ls minus l and it has been displayed here. Okay na? Suppose the same case I want to access both. See, see the difference here. In here I have given minus a option. I want to find out modification time and access time. So I have given ls minus lu. See the time has been changed to today's date. Is it okay now? Now are you clear with this? Shall I move to next option? Niveta, who is there? Amalan, Sandeep, Arul, Ashima, Dipendra, Faizan, Mahalakshmi, Innocentia, Praveen, Niveta, Prakash, Shankar, Shaurabh, Sudarshan, Sumit, Venkana Babu, Vignesh. Is it okay now? Shall I move to next option? Only three options, ma. That is access time minus A option, modification time minus M option, change time minus C option, ls minus lu, ls minus lc, ls minus l. That's all. If we want to change the timestamp for my record format, ls minus, sorry, minus t option. Now is it clear now? Minus a, minus c, minus m. ls minus lu, ls minus lc, ls minus l. If I want to change my timestamp, in that case, you can use minus t option. Now is it clear now? Okay, I will move to next option. Next option is minus c option. See here, this minus c option, why we are using for this minus c option is, see, basically the function of one of the major function of touch is what? Can anyone say only two function touch commands performs? One function is, can anyone say what is the major function of touch command? Empty file creation. Yes, the correct point, empty file creation. Suppose in some cases, in order to avoid print creating an empty file, I don't want that empty file. In some special cases, in that case, we have to use this option minus c. Suppose if I am giving this minus c option along with the touch command, it won't create an empty file. Is it okay now? So why we are using this minus c option is, sometimes it will work on some special cases to avoid creating an empty file. In that case, we will be using this minus c option. Basically, one of the major function of touch is to create an empty file only. Why we are using this? Some special cases, right? Overriding or overwriting, no? In that case, we can use this minus c options. Because while after seeing this minus c option, the touch command won't create an empty file at all. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, ls some files is there. These are some files, q10, q3, q5, something is there. uh, Minus C option. Here minus C option using along with touch command. Using along with touch command. Avoids creating an empty file of any format. Here format is not a matter of any format. It won't create at all. So I am using touch. So as of now, I'm in timestamp folder. That particular timestamp folder is inside desktop. So inside my folder, only these files are there. Okay, August, January, Q10, Q2. Okay, these are the files that is available inside my folder. Now I want to create one empty file. Touch, I'm using minus C option. I'm giving my file name is sample data. I'm giving my file name is sample data. See, the command has been executed. It won't throw any error. The command will be executing, but answer you won't get. Answer you won't get means the answer will not be reflected. So now again I'm checking with ls command. See, my file that is sample data is not created, right? Is it okay? Are you able to see? The query will run. Sorry, the command will run. Okay, but it won't throw any error because the function is minus C option here I'm using. It avoids printing. It avoids creating new empty file of any file format. Is it okay now? Next case. Okay. See, in my folder, I'm having only one file, quat1.txt. So, okay, let it be there. So, okay, ls minus lu. Here I am finding access time. Access time of my particular file, quat1.txt is 1458. My file access time. Okay. Now I'm finding ls minus lc change time. The same thing, 1458. I'm finding my modification time ls minus l, same case. Now, what I'm trying to do, next option is there. What is the next option? Minus or option. Can anyone say why we are using this minus or option? Normally minus or option, we have used this minus or option. Where we have used this minus or option? Minus or option we have used in many places. We have used this minus or option with ls command. Minus small r, printing all things in the reverse. Minus capital R, it will print only the subdirectories. Minus R along with rm, removing every files, all the subdirectories recursively. I think you people remember minus R. One case we have used in recursive mode. Another case, displaying the file along with the ls. Minus R, small minus R, capital minus R. In three places we have used this minus or option. Here also we are going to use this minus or, but here the function is reference. Based on the command, the functionality of the options will change. Based on the command. Here which command we are going to use? This minus r along with the touch command. In touch command, the minus r function is reference. In same case of rm, the minus r option is used for recursively deleting. The same case of minus r option along with ls command, it may be small ls, recursively printing. The same case, the minus r, capital minus r along with the command ls, it will display the subdirectories and its content. So based upon the command, and the options will vary. Here which option is vary? Minus or options is vary. So you have to clear with that. In which command we are going to use this particular option? What is the function? Will that file created using touch minus c be shown using l minus a? Will that file? Sorry, sir. I didn't get your question, sir. Once again. Yes, sir. ls minus a displaying the hidden files. Oh, your question is, if I'm showing ls minus a, it will display that file that is created by using minus c option or not. Okay, I will show you, sir. See, one of your friends, what is the question? One of your friends is asking means, one second, ma. See, in previous case, we have discussed this minus c option, no. So what is the function of minus c option? It will avoid creating that particular file, right? What I have told, the particular command will run. We are getting the answer. We are not getting error. So what your friend is asking means whether that particular file is in hidden mode, hidden files. What is the option we will be using for find out the hidden files? ls minus a. So he is asking whether that particular file is not created, whether it is situated in that hidden mode or not. Are you able to understand the question what he is asking? Because minus C options avoid creating a file. Okay, ma'am. Okay, the file is not created. You showed it in ls command also. The file is not there. What is his question is whether that particular file is located in the hidden mode or not. We will check. What is the command which is used for creating that hidden files? ls minus a. So I am in that same timestamp folder only. So I am giving ls minus a option here. See the ls minus a option, that particular file is not there. What is the file I have created is sample data, right? See here, this is the file, sample data is the file. Okay, because the function of minus c option is avoid creating the file. The file will not be created at all. So it is not the meaning it will create and it will be hidden. It is not meaning. The file will not be completely created. See the answer here. Here I have given ls minus la, only two hidden files. That is, one is your current folder, one is a parent folder. Dot indicates your current folder, and another one indicates your parent folder. So here that sample data, the file is not at all created here. Now it is clear, no? It is not the meaning, it is created and hidden. Okay, Amalan. Now, next option, minus or option. Minus or means here I am referring. Here which indicates in using this minus or option along with a touch, meaning here I am referring some file. So what I am referring? Suppose here I am having one file dot qt1.txt. Okay, this is some file I'm having. These are some content I'm having. Okay, suppose if I'm giving ls minus l, ls minus l, that is, it is showing that last modification time. Last modification time of this particular file is 1458. Now, what I'm trying to do is I'm going to refer. So, I'm going to refer this modification time to some other file. So, what is the function of this minus or option is the function of this minus or is referring the timestamp of one file to timestamp of another file. Timestamp means it may be any timestamp. It may be your modification time, or it may be your access time, or it may be your C time. So referring the timestamp of one file to some other file. It may be your A time. That is nothing but your, it may be your A time, or it may be your C time. That is your change time, or it may be your M time. So I'm going to refer this particular time to that particular timestamp to that particular file. So here touch command, I'm using touch command. What I'm trying to do, here I'm having these much files. Suppose see I'm taking this Q10. I'm taking this Q10 file. Okay, touch minus or option. Okay, touch minus or option. My source file. Here my source file is I'm taking the same QWERTY file. Okay, I'm going to say take the same QWERTY file. qt1.txt, to whom I am referring. Here I am referring to this q10.xls. I am referring to q10.xls. I will show you why I have taken this example q10, sorry, q.10, nahi, q10.xls. Now I will check. Okay, now I will check with all the three options. I will check now. ls minus l I'm checking. That is first I'm checking modification time, m time. So I'm checking by using ls minus l. See the answer, the same answer here I am getting. Is it okay now? I have taken the file Q10. So the modification file of my source file is, see the syntax here I have given is qt1.txt. So qt1.txt m time is 1458. Where I am referring to q10.xls. Why I have chosen this file now? Here see the file format. One is Excel, no, another one is text. So here the format is not a matter. I can refer same file format also. I can refer different file format also. So only I have taken this example. So file format is not a matter. Just I'm referring. Is it okay now? Second case, what I'm trying to do. The same case, here I have checked the ls minus l option. Next I'm going to check access time. That is ls minus lu. Okay, now able to follow. So see the access time. So access time that particular file is 1510. The same answer. So whatever timestamp here I have given the source file. Here my source file is qt1.txt. So all the default timestamp of this particular source file will be referring that destination file here. Is it okay now? Another one thing is there. Suppose here I want to change the timestamp of my source file. Here I'm changing my timestamp of my source file. It will be reflecting there also. Is it okay now? Suppose if I'm changing like this, I'm changing the source file, date and time. It will reflect Q10 also. Suppose if I'm referring. If I'm not referring, it won't reflect in that. Now I will check. Now I will change this time. I'm changing timestamp. Okay, I'm changing timestamp. So for changing timestamp, I'm using option minus T. Okay, so what is the timestamp I'm using? Using yesterday. Timestamp I'm using here. I'm giving date string format. I'm not giving explicitly that number. I'm not giving. I'm giving date string. So I have given as yesterday. Which file I'm changing to qt1.txt. Again and again, same problems. See here, I have to update. So only I'm getting the error like this. Plus minus T. Oh, see what is the mistake I have done here? Here I have used date string, right? What is the error I have done here means here I have used date string, but what is the option here I have used? Minus T. I have to use minus D na. If I am giving explicitly that numerical value means I have to give minus T. So what is the error I have done? Have you able to understand? One thing, if suppose if I given minus T means I have to give the date explicitly, numeric value. So here I have given date string. So the option what I have to use is minus D. What that is the error here I am facing. So here I have changed that quantity to tomorrow. See, it has been executed. Now I will check with this ls minus lu. The first thing. See, there is no change in that. There is no change in Q10 because I didn't refer right. Because there is no change in that Q that here I have just changed the date string for this particular file. There is no reference here. So here alone it has been changed. Is it okay now? Till this? So these are the some major options that we are using with this touch command. Minus M, minus A, minus D, minus C, minus R. 5 options.